Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's tutorial is on this makeup look here, which is all about focusing on bright, radiant, glowy skin. It's getting to the summer months now, we're in spring, and so we're having some nice warmer days, and so during these days a lot of us want to look nice, radiant, natural and glowy. And so throughout this video I'm going to talk you through a couple of different steps that you can use to get that really glowy, radiant skin. As this is also a kind of summer look, I thought I would do a simple eye look with a nice bright bold lip, which we all love during the summertime. So I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial and please keep watching. Okay, so I've already moisturised my skin to allow that time to settle in, and then I also applied the simple Kind to Skin Illuminating Radiance Cream. This Radiance Cream has light reflecting minerals to capture the light for immediate natural radiant looking skin. When you first apply this to your skin, it does have tiny kind of flecks of shimmer to it, but as that settles into the skin you can't see them anymore. I would suggest this cream for anyone who is kind of really dry to kind of normal combination. I think if you had oily skin, something like this wouldn't be quite so good for your skin. I think there are other alternatives to give kind of radiant, natural, glowy skin. But something like this Radiance Cream is fabulous for someone with really dry skin like me, because you can put it underneath your foundation and it really does kind of shine through and give a really natural, radiant, glowing look to your skin. If you are slightly on the oilier side and don't really want to use a kind of radiant cream moisturiser, a primer might be really good for you, and this is the L'Oreal Lumi Magique Base Pure Light Primer. And this is a primer for the skin, so you put it underneath your foundation. You can use it alone as well, kind of as a highlighter on the tops of your cheekbones and anywhere else you want to highlight. But this is a really good alternative for oilier skin, because as it is a primer, it is also going to help to set your foundation and keep it on longer throughout the day, as well as giving you radiant, glowy looking skin. And because I am super dry and want all the help I can get, I am also going to apply the Lumi Magique to my entire face as well, and this is what it looks like. You can see when you first get it out, it is very glowy and radiant, and when you put it onto your skin, it does have an almost metallic look to it. Moving on to foundation, I'm going to use the foundation that matches with the Lumi Magique primer, and that is the L'Oreal Lumi Magique Light Infusing Foundation. This foundation is perfect for if you want glowy, dewy looking skin, and because of that, I would probably suggest this foundation for, again, extremely dry to normal and combination. I wouldn't suggest this for oily skin because it is so dewy. I would probably suggest the original formula of this foundation, which I cannot think of the name of, but I will link it down below because that is more of a matte formulation. If you don't fancy going out and buying a new foundation, particularly for that dewy look, you want one foundation that kind of does everything, what you can do is mix your foundation with a little bit of moisturiser, and that's going to sheer out the foundation and also give it a more dewy look. You could also mix it with something like the Lumi Magique primer or the simple Radiance Cream, and that is just going to add a more dewy, radiant look to it and sheer out the foundation as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and start applying that foundation to my face, and I'm using the Real Technique stippling brush. Okay, so here's the foundation fully applied. I hope you can see on camera how kind of dewy and glowy this is. It's not super dewy to the point where I'm like an oil slick, but you can see kind of like on my cheekbones I've got a really nice kind of natural radiant glow, and you can really see the primer kind of coming through the foundation, and it really is light infusing, reflecting light, and it just looks really natural, glowy and radiant. Moving on, I'm going to conceal and highlight under my eyes and any blemishes, and I'm going to be using the Rimmel Wake Me Up Concealer. And I'm just going to apply this under my eye in kind of a triangle shape. I don't want to highlight this area too much because we want it to still be kind of natural and glowy. We don't want to look like we've kind of slapped a load of makeup all over our face. We just want to conceal any dark circles and highlight ever so slightly as well. And to blend this all in, I'm just going to use my makeup sponge. And now I'm just going to set my under eye area to prevent any creasing, and I'm going to use the Collection Sheer Loose Powder. And then I'm also just going to powder it through my T-zone slightly as well, because even though I am very dry in the summer and on hot days, which we are actually having in Britain at the moment, which is crazy, I'm going to powder through my T-zone because even I do get slightly oily throughout the day. Next, I'm going to add a healthy bronze glow back into the skin, and for that I'm going to use the NYC Big Bold Bronzer and the Real Techniques Multitask Brush. I'm only taking a small amount of this. I'm not contouring, I'm just bronzing the high points of the face just to add some colour back into the skin, because if you do want to wear this look during the summertime, you do want to look as if you have just caught a little bit of sun, not too much. So like I'm just doing this on the high points of the face. And then to contour, I'm going to use the Soap & Glory Solar Powder on a little angled brush. And I'm just taking this in the hollows of my cheeks, slightly underneath my cheekbone, just to add a slight shadow. Moving on to blush, I'm going to use this Maybelline Dream Touch blush, and I have no idea what the colour is because, as you can see, all my writing has rubbed off, but it is a beautiful kind of peachy pink, very very nice light shade for summer. I'm going to take a small amount of that on my finger and then dot that on the apples of my cheeks. Cream blushes are really really nice for summertime, especially if you apply them with your finger, because the warmth of your finger is going to help blend it into your skin and it's going to look a lot more natural and radiant. Just be aware that when you are applying cream blush, that if you are one of the kind of people who set your entire face with powder to set your foundation in place, you want to put your cream blush on before you set your entire face with powder, because if you put a cream on top of the powder, that's when your makeup can start to look slightly cakey. And then moving on to my favourite part of this makeup look, the highlight, and for that I'm going to use the MAC Mineralize Skin Finish in the shade Lightscapade. I'm just taking this on a Real Techniques Geofiber contour brush. I'm going to take it across the high points of my cheekbones and slightly on to the apples of my cheeks as well, just so that when your kind of cheek hits the light, it's going to give a really really gorgeous glow. And then I'm also just going to take some down the centre of my nose as well, just to give it a more slimming effect, and then on my cupid's bow slightly, and just the rest on my chin there. Moving on to the eyes, I'm going to do a super simple look because I don't want to detract and take away from the gorgeous glowing skin, so I'm going to use the Jaclyn Hill Morphe Favourites palette. I'm going to start this look by applying this shade here into my crease using the Zoeva 227 Look Soft Definer. So I'm concentrating the majority of this colour on the outer V of the eye, and then as there's less colour on the brush, I'm going to start feathering it into the inner corner of the eye. Next, I'm just going to take this shade here on the same brush and just going to darken up my outer V ever so slightly. And then, just to make sure everything is blended seamlessly, I'm just going to go over that with no product, and I'm going to use the Zoeva 228 crease brush. Moving on to my lid, I'm going to apply this Younique pigment in the shade Sexy. And I'm just going to go back in with the Zoeva 227 brush just to make sure that this is all blended in. As an inner corner and brow bone highlight, I'm going to go back to the Jaclyn Hill palette. I'm going to take this gorgeous champagne shade here on a Sigma E30 pencil brush. I'm now just going to apply a super thin line of gel eyeliner, and this is the Maybelline Eyestudio Lasting Drama Gel Liner in black, and then I'm just going to use the little brush applicator that comes with the eyeliner. And now I'm just going to use a white eyeliner on my lower waterline just to make my eyes appear brighter and wider, and I'm using the Younique Moodstruck Precision Pencil Eyeliner in the shade Pristine. I'm now going to apply mascara, and this is the Maybelline Lash Sensational Lash Multiplying Mascara. I'm now going to apply some false lashes, but you don't have to do this if you don't want to, it is completely optional, but I am going to use the Red Cherry Lashes in the style number 43. Finally, moving on to the lips, I have two lip options, but I'm not sure which one is going to go better with this look. Okay, I think I'm going to go for the Rimmel Apocalypse, and this unfortunately I do not know the name of because it doesn't have the name on the packaging. So if I can, I will try and find the closest match online and link that name down below, if I can. If not, if you guys kind of know the similar shade to this, then comment with it down below and let other people know. And here is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up, it really helps me out. And of course, please subscribe to my channel as well if you aren't already. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.